So let's go right into the wild card then. I'm thinking for the wild card, the Browns, the top wild card. Then it'll round out with the Colts and Chargers.
All right. So me personally, this whole like Carson Wentz situation is very scary to me. All right, because this
Mm-hmm.
injury is serious. We don't know when he's going to come back. I looked at their schedule. It's very, very hard. Their first 7 games, and I don't trust their second stringer. I mean, they have an amazing defense. Dude, this is really tough because you know how high I was on the Colts. I literally had
Yeah.
them. I literally said that they're my favorite dark horse, but losing a guy like Carson Wentz, someone that needs to be out there operating, I think that it's going to be very hard for him to come back with that injury. This is just my belief right now. I would have had them, potentially winning the division
Mm-hmm.
if Carson Wentz was healthy. But this seems pretty serious. I'm not gonna lie, and I definitely could see them if I'm the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going out and signing Cam Newton right now. I'm getting him
Yeah.
on my roster. If that happens, I'm definitely having him up. But man, I don't think that I can have the Colts on in my top 7. Believe it or not, I know that their defense is so good, but without a Carson Wentz,
They just snuck in last year too. So
no, they just snuck in last year with Philip Rivers. The AFC is legit. So I'm not, as of right now, with Carson Wentz on IR, TBD on when he's coming back. I don't feel comfortable putting him in my playoff picture. But other than that, their defense is going to ball out. They're going to keep them in games. It will be interesting to watch them for sure. They have playmakers all around the board.
mhm.
So at 5, I'm going to say the Steelers. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Listen, this team has had 3 head coaches in their history of their franchise. All right. You want to talk about Pouncey? You want to talk about their offensive line, how they're missing pieces? Okay, I can understand that. But it's an organization that always wins. I mean, we hear it all the time. Everyone's like, oh, the Browns are going to win the division. Oh, the Steelers are horrible. They said that all last year. Big Ben's trash, blah, blah, blah. And what did they do? They won 10 games, 11 games. This is the team that won 8 games with Mason Rudolph. No, we can't forget about the Pittsburgh Steelers here. I mean, people are, we're not talking about it on Twitter because they don't have an offensive line. But listen, this is the Pittsburgh Steelers. You just simply can't, me personally, I can't forget about the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's no way. And they, especially with Mike Tomlin, I mean, and also now a guy like Najee Harris, a legitimate running back that's got fresh limbs from Alabama. Man, this guy's a stud. My number 1 ranked running back. He won me money. I put money on him. I bet the under on the 28. I thought that was a steal. But listen, I mean, Mike Tomlin, this guy literally rallies the troops. He gets people the ball. They got receivers. They got Juju. They got Claypool. They got seriously, not even that, but DeAndre, so I'm not high on DeAndre. I know I clowned him in my video, but still he dropped 1,000 yards. He drops 18 passes, but also 1,000 yards. But it's the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. They got one of the best fans. Look, even if Big Ben isn't the guy, I mean, you got Dwayne Haskins, whatever, they have flexibility there. But it's also Big Ben, he's going to go out there. He's going to play. He played really well in preseason. I also really love their Fryermuth, their tight end that they got. They call him Baby
Mhm.
Gronk from Penn State. I'm all over that. I think that those 2 first picks, Najee Harris, Fryermuth, all of those receivers, Big Ben, yeah, they lost Pouncey, yeah, their offensive line, but it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. So number 5, Steelers, and then at the 6, the Cleveland Browns. It was a close one, man. I was thinking that the Browns were going to win this division, but there's always something going on with the Browns. I mean, we saw what happened with Kareem Hunt. We saw what happened with Myles Garrett swinging his helmet at Mason Rudolph. Yeah, but listen, their head coach, shout out to him, just won Coach of the Year. That's big stuff. I love the Browns, but there's always something that stops them from hitting their ceiling. I think we saw them peak like crazy last year. They won a huge game. Look, I love their team, but for some reason, I don't know if it's their penalties or their discipline or something, that we just haven't seen it for them to get that high. And I really like the Ravens and the Steelers over that. And then at 7, I got the Chargers. I got the Chargers. Listen, people are sleeping on this Chargers team. Some people say that that they may not make the playoffs, but I think that they're the perfect team to do so. You look at Justin Herbert, and he literally had the best rookie season amongst any NFL quarterback of all time. When I went to the Hall of Fame, I literally saw Herbert's jersey. The stuff that this guy did was absolutely insane. The kid from Oregon, and then Keenan Allen and I
Eckler.
don't. Yeah, no, yeah. So, and I think that 7 and 9, you come in here and you're a rookie, and you're filling Philip Rivers' shoes, and you have one of the most historic rookie seasons, and you win 7 games. Like, I think that says something in the AFC West with the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the
Broncos.
Broncos. I think that says something. So I see a huge maturity leap for Herbert. I think that he's going to be a face of the NFL eventually. Not the face, but I think he will be in that cabinet. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. We're going to say Justin Herbert, and he's going to go out there and show it. I mean, hey, did he beat Patrick Mahomes his rookie year? I'm kind of forgetting, or maybe he was neck to neck. It was very close overtime against the Chiefs. It was a close game. He definitely gave Patrick Mahomes a run for his money. So I love this Chargers team. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they went to overtime. They lost 22-20, and they beat them the last week of the season, which I don't know if Mahomes really played that all the way. But yeah, I agree with you on the Chargers. They looked pretty well. They were almost a 500 team last year. But now they're gonna get a full season with Herbert, another year to develop. And they have Eckler, like you said, Keenan Allen. They have a lot of guys, a lot of talent. And I think they're still and we both agreed on the Browns. I had the Browns 1 seed higher. I'm very high on the Browns this year. I'm also very high on the Ravens. But I feel like the Browns are going to be really good with Baker and Odell Jr. back. I feel like you all sleep on Odell Beckham. He's been a 1,000-yard rush receiver when he's healthy, and I feel like he's going to be fully healthy now. He's going to be great in the system, this play action system that the Browns run, and they have the back end of Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, so they have the guys. But I want to get back to your Steelers. Um, you know what? It is very difficult to go against history. I get that the Steelers have historically been a winning franchise, but I just don't believe in Big Ben, man. I do not believe it. And also, Najee Harris, he won't be able to carry that whole offense, even if he's the top running back out of this draft. Also, Juju Smith, Chase Claypool, they're good, but they're not great. And the reason why the Steelers were winning those past couple of seasons, the reason why they've been Super Bowl contenders, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell in their primes, and Big Ben in their primes. They don't have that anymore at all. Mike Tomlin, he's been regressing as in the eyes of people in the past couple of seasons because of either locker room disputes. There's always been a chemistry question between the Steelers, but their defense is pretty good as well. And last year they went on a good run. They won a lot of games in a row. And they lost a lot of games to end the season. So I feel like that might carry over into next season. Juju's back TikTok and dancing. I get that. But I just feel like, you're gassing them up a little bit. And they're in a tough division. The Ravens, the Browns. And I feel like even the Bengals beat them last year, I remember, without Joe Burrow. Now they're going to have Burrow back. They're going to have Jamar Chase, who hopefully is good. So we'll see. I understand why I picked the Steelers, though.